liquid loans. I have some really
Hey everybody, and welcome to the live show. Made a few little studio botch ups there, but hey, it's good to have everybody here. Hope you guys are doing well. We've got lots of things on today, but let's say hello and see who's in the house. Let me see. I don't know why I botched that up, but hey, it's the way it goes sometimes. Let us see here. A little bit distracted, perhaps. A little bit distracted with the awesomeness of today's live stream. We've got a lot of cool things to talk about today. Liquid loans launch in October. We can talk about that. Coast Onramp, $1 million. We can talk about that. Barista bonus, ? SugarBeet steak and bake. What the heck is that? And we're going to get into it all. So it's going to be quite a cool lineup today. Quite a decent amount of news flowing in the Pulsechain ecosystem as well. So hope you guys like it. And there's a couple of opportunities potentially for you guys to, do well. At least two opportunities in this list that could get you some more crypto. So let's see what that looks like later on. So it's going to be a lot of fun talking about that. It's great to get opportunities on Hex Token Superman crypto shows. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's see who's jumped in the house here. We've got Lights Beneath in the house. How are you today? Very good. What walk am I? I think I'm on day 63 for walk. Let's quickly look at that actually, because we've got Sandy Beach, a Twitter account up here at the moment, and of course, or X account, we should say. And Sandy Beach _ 369 in the chat at the moment, and of course put out her latest fitness, health and fitness for crypto, and of course Pulsechain in particular. Today's workout, row 500 meters, because Sandy's got her rower out and been rowing. That she's just started that. That's pretty cool. Walk 2.5 miles in the park, which is a really good distance. That's really cool. And of course, listening to various songs as well. I don't know, Sandy Beach, you might have to start putting out a few products from Amazon there about what sort of sound system you have, music and things like that. You must well spread the good word there with some good equipment. We've got a few pictures in here at the moment as well. Look at us crossing the bridge. I don't know where Sandy lives, but it is a beautiful place. She's got a very good place to go and walk around and adventure. So if you do know a park near you, definitely check that out, because I don't know what that is, a CDP or something. I'm not sure what that is. And there is the rower. Look at that. Woohoo! So kind of cool there. Rowing, walking, keeping health and fitness. And I'm on my day number 63, I think it is. I think it's 63. Or did I do 63 yesterday and it's 64? I can't remember, but I'll let you guys know. I think it is 63. I don't want to get ahead of myself here. So yeah, Sandy Beach says that's a caterpillar. It looks more like a centipede, but I guess it's there's different kind of caterpillars around the world, and that's just the way it goes. So pretty cool. All right, so that is Sandy Beach, and I'm sure Sandy Beach will post the link. Or should I post the link? I'll post the link. Let me post the link to Sandy Beach if you want to follow her for health and fitness. And of course, she's inspired a number of us in the Hex Token Discord. If you haven't joined the Hex Token Discord, definitely sign up to that. That is the link there to Sandy Beach's X posts. Who else has jumped in here? Let's have a look here. We got Life Beneath says Hex, EHEX, PLXX incentive for the 100% Richard Hart golden crypto strategy. Of course, that's what we follow on this channel, and I absolutely agree with that. So very exciting on that front. What else? Let's see who else is here. We got let's jump here. We got Sandy Beach in here. Hi to everybody, and Hex Token. Good to see you, Sandy. We got Archie in the house there. Hi all. Good to see Archie as well. Excavator, woohoo, on the move. I'm on the mobile. Yeah, Excavator, working hard out there. And we appreciate your building of infrastructure for the country. So very nice to have Excavator, but he's on, since he's working, he's on the move, he's on his mobile. Great to see Excavator in the house. We got Drix in the house. Hey, Drix, bullish on Superman. That's right. Everything we're covering is bullish, because we're pretty much documenting Pulsechain. And of course, what are we on? End of day 138, I think it is. So yeah, really cool on that one. Craig Pitt in the house there. Morning liquid loans. Let's go. Absolutely. Thank you, says Sandy Beach. You're most welcome. And did confirm that it is actual caterpillar in that picture. Woohoo! Health as well, says Brennan. Absolutely. For monarch butterflies. Really? Is that a monarch butterfly caterpillar? Maybe I've forgotten what they look like. But yeah, they are black, weren't they, to begin with a little bit of something on them. Yeah, maybe a bit of color on them. I can't remember. Is it orange? But yeah, butterflies, yeah, monarch butterflies are beautiful when they're flying around. Harry Williams, JEL, hello all Pulse Hex family. Good to see you, Harry. Welcome to the chat. Property review in here too. Good to see property review. Good, very good. If you haven't checked out property review, go check out property review channel. If you like, what is it, multi-million-dollar mansions, property review covers those on property review channel, which are really, really cool. So a big shout out to property review. All right, let's get into the news, shall we? Let's jump into it. We're going to start off with the stock market, get into crypto. We're going to touch on Richard Hart, and then we're going to get to the market prices. Going to then look at the big updates on as per the title of the video, liquid loans. We've got a few extras in here as well, by the way. Barista, Coast, and who's the other one? Who's the other one? Beetroot. Yeah, but we've got a couple other little things in here as well, so we'll mix them all in and have a good show as Pulsechain is ramping up. Let's get into here, and bam. So we've got the stock market today. How did it do? Yesterday it was down, of course. We've got potential shutdown in the US government. That's 800,000 workers affected. And we've also got, what else? We've got interest rates potentially rising in November, but of course the market has priced that down as well. We had confidence, was it yesterday? Consumer confidence go down. So that's actually a good feed into to less likely interest rate rises. So that's kind of good news on that front. But we've still got the government shutdown potentially coming up this week. So we'll see how that gets on there as well. We've got the Dow Jones at the moment is what's it, down 0.2%. S&P 500 though is flat, and Nasdaq is actually up 0.2%. The Nasdaq with all the tech companies is actually up a bit, and it's sitting over 13,000. So that's good news there. What else we got? We've got the commodities. Oil, of course, been rising. Look at this. So this is feeding into inflation, right? We've got crude oil, West Texas, and Brent oil up quite a bit there as well. So was that $94 and $94 on both Brent, West Texas, and Brent oil there. So that's going to play into the pump. That's going to play into the Fed narrative there about potential inflation creeping back in. Now that's all, like I said to you, that's all to do with the bad US policy, and of course the Saudis and the Russians taking advantage, and OPEC taking advantage of that weakness. And of course they have managed to push the prices up, make a lot more money. So pretty easy mathematics. When Trump was in power, of course, he stopped all this. But once again, you've got pretty much, you can decide for yourself, but I think they're pretty much idiots running the current administration. We got gold at the moment is at $18.94. We got silver at $22.77. That's come down a bit, right? So gold's coming down about $50. Remember, it was sitting at about $1,950 for quite a while. Silver was sitting at about $23.50. That's down now as well. The gold and silver are both down. Some of the things we're seeing, of course, with the Treasury yields continue to hold sway on the market direction after the 10-year Treasury yield swell to 4.63%. So that's the long-term interest rates elevated, marking fresh 15-year highs. You remember, we've come off this super extended low interest rate period. Typically before that, I think we were having like 7-year cycles or so, or even shorter than that in terms of the interest rate cycles. And but now we've had really long period of low interest rates, and now of course they're starting to creep back up as well. The dash higher in yields come amid fresh concerns the Federal Reserve may be forced to hike interest rates again later this year, as signs of a resilient economy threaten to keep inflation elevated. The Commerce Department said on Wednesday core durable goods rose 0.5% last month, well above expectations of 0.1%. So you still got good sales going on there. Non-defense capital goods orders, excluding aircraft, a close proxy, watch proxy for business spending plans, rose 0.9% last month compared to expectations to remain steady at 0%. So you've still got more orders happening, more sales happening on that side of the front there. So this is, just all the smaller stuff feeding into perhaps a rate hike there. Let's have a quick look at what the market's expecting for interest rates in November. And we've got 4 weeks and 6 days to go, and 18 hours until the November the 1st when they have the next meeting. At the moment, oh yeah, that's definitely switched back a bit there. Yesterday we were sitting about 18%, thought we were going to have a 25 basis point rate hike from 5.5 to 5.7. So yeah, that's gone back. We were up at around about 30-40%. We then came down to like 18% yesterday, and now we're back at 25%. So you got a bit more of the market expecting a rate hike there, but still more likely 75% of the market still expecting a no change in November. So we'll just have to see how this economic news keeps feeding into that. Plus, of course, in the short term, we've got a potential shutdown, which may be short-lived. We'll see how that goes if it does occur. All right, that is pretty much the stock market. Let's jump into crypto. BTC at the moment, 26,339. We got Ethereum there at 1596, and that at least they're both green today, which is nice to see. We've got a bit of a mixed board across the rest of the crypto leaders. We've got Maker at the moment is up 5.6% at $1,500. Not bad there on Maker. And what's that? BCH, Bitcoin Cash at 7%, $228 at the moment. So that's not doing too bad either on that front. So I think that's kind of the highlights at the moment. Obviously, the only big news there is the futures ETF in October for the Ethereum. If we get that, we may get a nice little rally there on Ethereum. Obviously, people have been picking big traders have been picking up the dips for Ethereum. So we'll see whether that can move the market in October. So October could be quite a cool month. And before November Fed rate hike, right? So October could be quite good. I'm trying to remember last year. I think it was a little bit disappointing, but let's see if this year it is a good month. All right, so that is kind of cool on the old crypto. So let's jump away to Richard Hart. He posted up a update today. This is about 24 hours ago now, I think it is. Yeah, it's had 74,000 views. We've had Hex, Pulsechain. Pulsechain are truly decentralized. Many things in cryptocurrency are decentralized in name only. And of course, we talk about Pulsechain being the people's chain, Pulsechain revolutionizing DeFi. We really do. You don't get blocked on Pulsechain stuff. We got check out these zip files that let you run the Hex code from your desktop. Feel free to inspect the code as it has been from day one in Hex. There's always been multiple sites from multiple teams on multiple code bases in multiple places that you can choose from to run your code you wish, even on multiple networks now. So that was a really cool tweet there from Richard. We see stable coins like USDC and things like that, banning the Hex contract and, banning other protocols that they don't deem worthy. And this is supposed to be DeFi, right? And of course, we've got, MetaMask and they're banning Pulse and things like this. We've got security agencies in crypto, flagging stuff like Pulsechain and Pulse. I mean, it's just madness, right? Absolute madness. And of course, it's not true DeFi. And of course, Pulsechain is up against that, fighting against not only centralized finance, not only regulators that are doing a poor job, but also against fake DeFi, right? So Pulsechain is going to creep and take more of crypto over. That's part of the game here. We've got everything we need to do it. That will take time, but you can see that we're just rolling out more and more solutions to make that possible to build us a strong decentralized ecosystem with vertical integration. So it's going to be really, really cool. So nice little tweet there from Richard. Richard also posted a few other tweets not related to crypto so much, but around the IRS and SEC and things like that. So he's been quite active. He's also put out some stuff around lawyers, around blockchain and cryptocurrency, which is kind of cool. I'm not going to read that, but he's been putting those out as well. So Richard's been, active. It's kind of neat. Look at that. We've got a TLDR. Cryptocurrency is something you know, not something you have. Crypto wallet is a keychain. It doesn't hold money. It holds keys. When you transfer crypto, you didn't actually transfer anything. The things are still right there where they always were. Years of wrong thinking about mathematical fact needs to be amended in the halls of power. The job of an educator is a wholesome one. So there we are. That's from Richard there as well. That's got 121,000 views on that. So looking good there from Richard. So there's a couple extra posts there, 3 in one day. That's pretty good from Richard there. All right, let's move on from that. And we're going to get into the Pulsechain ecosystem. We've got quadruple 0423 is the price of Pulse at the moment, down 1.9%. We're at 42% of the sacrifice price, about two times the price of the biggest whales like Overwatch, Rack and Michelle, Hex Gold Whale, things like that. We got Pulse Hex at the moment at quadruple 011, down 3.38%. And one Pulse at the moment, we get 3.87 Pulse Hex. So Pulse is still relatively the stronger of the two, as to be expected, given the number of wallets and sacrifices and things like that. So we got the burn, though, keeps going up. 453.6 billion Pulse Hex burn so far, and we're up from yesterday. We're sitting about 2.18% of the public supply being burned at the moment. We're up to 2.19%. So every day it's just chipping away at the public supply, which is really, really neat. And we assume that the OA, just like in the Hex contract, will be inactive. So that's kind of the play there. Let's see where incentive token is at $1.08, down 3.7% at the moment. One incentive token will get you 25,552 pulse. So that ratio has definitely slipped from yesterday. And at the moment, we've got well in excess of 12 million incentive tokens in existence, with 93,748 incentive tokens being burned through the TRH GameFi project. So we're going to see, I think, a lot more of that. Is a lot of these third-party protocols launching on Pulsechain. It's been a big theme that they are also going to help the Pulse and PulseX incentive either be taken off the market in some way, either being burned like TYRH protocol, or being staked in a lot of these third-party protocols, taking that off the market, giving you an alternative yield, and therefore taking more off the market to be sold. And so that's going to play out increasingly important over time too. We've got PHEX at the moment is at 0.0798, so just under 0.8 of a penny. We've got EHEX there at 0.032, so EHEX actually gone down a bit today. I'm pretty sure it was at 0.034 yesterday. And so the combined price of PHEX and EHEX is at 1.12 cents combined. One PHEX will get you 188 pulse, or one PHEX will get you 2.49 EHEX at the moment. So you're getting pretty good deal there for your PHEX to EHEX ratio. So that's pretty much it for the market. So let's look at that's the summary. Let's have a look at the charts. We can see that on Pulse, since the SEC impact, we're now 8 weeks into it, right? Which is perfect time for some of the big protocols to start launching. We've sort of absorbed all of that heavy smash around from the SEC event. And the last 2 weeks, or so, we've been really starting to move up, which is kind of neat. And now we've got the big protocols starting to launch. And of course, we're going to talk about liquid lines, the biggest one outside of Sacrifice, outside of Pulsechain and PulseX. So it's a big deal. So we got the low here back on the 27th at quadruple 3,300. Then we got the next higher low here, just slightly higher though. It's the 12th of September at 3,470. And then of course we've got a decent higher low here, and this is the really one that's looking good. And we got the low here at 4,000. So that was a really nice high low. The cool thing is we're also in the top of the Bollinger Band here. So the top blue line there is the top 95% of the price range. And of course, the bottom there's the bottom 5% of the price range, with the orange line there being the 50% mark. So we're still in the top half of that, looking pretty good. And we're still above the support at 4,000. And of course, the next sort of level we want to get to is 5,000. And that would be 50% of the sacrifice price for the main sacrifices there amongst the retail block. So that is looking pretty good there too. Let's look at the RSI. RSI is just sitting around indifferent here at 50. So plenty of room to move if it does want to rally. Obviously, we're on a down day today, and we've got about 12 minutes to go in this candle before it ends. So 12 minutes to go here, and we're on the downside there. So just not quite the green day that some people might have expected, but definitely still in positive territory. Let's have a look at the PulseX. PulseX story pretty similar. And of course, we've got nice higher lows. They're looking pretty similar structure there on the old PulseX. We've got incentive token at the moment, $1.08. But let's have a look at the ratio to Pulse, which is more important. And of course, we've got a red day on that one. So we've had all this shedding since the SEC event, but we've had a nice little recovery here. And now we're back almost, to about 10 days ago. So not bad here at the moment, even though we've got a decent shedding in the ratio today, 25,540. Now, what we might get, we might get single-side staking, the DAO, limit orders. These are still things that are out there in the ether for PulseX. And of course, maybe some other protocols. You just never know. There's always the Hart wallet still, out there in the ether somewhere. We will see how that plays out. Maybe post-November, something like that. We'll see. But those things are all out there at the moment. But in any case, we've got third-party protocols being launched, regardless of what is specific to the PulseX. And they're going to be bullish for Pulsechain and PulseX anyway, like Liquid Lines and Power City, for example. So that's it. Let's look at PX. PX here, obviously rising up pretty nicely here, still pretty much in good territory as well. We have been rejected at these sort of levels here at 92/100th of a penny on these two occasions. So we've still got a bit more work to do, but we do have nice higher lows in there. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can move, do that breakout as well. That's BX. EHEX though is definitely the poorer cousin, as it were. We're really having a bit of struggle on the old EHEX side. but of course we could have rapid convergence to PX at some stage in the future. We'll keep a watch out for that. In any case, you can pick up a lot more EHEX at the moment for your dollars. All right, for your dollars, you can pick up a lot more EHEX and get that get those sweet T-shares and start mining. So that you can do that. We're going to look at the T-shares later on at the end of the live stream. It's our last topic, getting paid, our Hex payments. All right, so that is pretty much that on that. Let's jump back to the summary. Those are the charts at the moment. I'm going to get out of there and we're going to go to the summary here. Have a look at the validators, which have been breaking records every day. We're not quite broken a record today, but 43,296, so not too bad at the moment. And of course, Pulsechain is the people's chain. We've got the people around the world validating the chain now, which is pretty cool. Nice. And we've got 1.39 trillion pulsed off the market. And of course, this doesn't include EIP 1559 burning, doesn't include the 4,096 validators with about 132 billion pulse burn. And of course, won't include the bullish stuff happening with liquid loans coming up in the future. And if that is widely used by very large account holders that sacrificed or that are holding Pulse, we could get a ton of Pulse off the market. This reflects about 9.3% of the Pulse off the market, in addition, obviously, to add on to those other things I just listed. So excited to see. And man, if we get wide adoption with Pulse, and obviously we've got a lot of other third protocols taking Pulse on board as well, like many of the PH Universe protocols, it's getting bullish, right? Getting much more bullish, especially as we head into a bull market. So exciting times. Gas prices, have a look at those. Wow, look at that. Just as I do the live stream, look, we've got a pump in the gas price, 2.5 million. But we had been sitting around 1 million here. You can see that it's around 1 million all there, but we just got pumped 2.5. Is that a Hex Token channel pump in the gas prices? I'm not sure. It might be. It might be. We're 106 times cheaper than Ethereum. That's pretty bad. Normally we're like 250 or more, but 106 at the moment because we're at 2.5 million beats. And of course, Ethereum is in its low cheap month at the moment, right? September, cheap month for Ethereum. And we saw that last year and we saw it this year. So cheap month indeed. Hey, I think we just, Sandy Beach just popped up there. Let's post that. At Sandy Beach, a 19-month member, which is one of the longest members supporting Hex Token channel on YouTube. So a big shout out there, Sandy Beach. Thank you very much for your support, and definitely yay as well. So really cool. Thank you very much. Now, if you haven't become a Hex Token channel YouTube member, hit the join button, and you can either become a Pulsechain, a Hexkin, or a Richard Hart Club member. Definitely join that. And if you haven't joined our Discord, hit the link in the video description as well and get part of our Discord. 1,250 members. I think we are the biggest, most dedicated Discord for Pulsechain and Hex content that's dedicated. So definitely get on there. We're on there early, right? We got on there early for that because I realized that no one was really on Discord. So I had to do that. So kind of cool. All right. There we are. Let's go. All right. So that is looking pretty good. We're 549 times cheaper than Bitcoin at the moment. And that's the way we go. So you can imagine probably moving into October that Ethereum, all things equal, will probably start to get more expensive on the way. And like we saw last year, plus if we get these futures ETFs as well, Ethereum gas price likely to start moving slowly higher, probably into the teens next month, and then onwards and upwards into the Christmas period, New Year, and beyond. So we'll see. That follows a similar profile as it did last year to some degree. So that is Pulsechain update. That was day 138. We're about to start up day 139. And of course, we're getting closer to the end of September. It's currently the 27th, 28th of September, depending where you are. And so, yeah, really, really cool. Let's move on. All right. Before we do that, though, let's catch up in the chat and see who's arrived. Probably got a few new people in the house. We're about to get up to the project update. So you've come for that. That's what we're about to talk about. Did I miss something here? I missed something. Pineapple Love. I think I missed this at the beginning, Pineapple Love. I apologize for that. Good morning, evening, Superman. Remain calm and be patient until December 2024, says Pineapple Love. So there's a bit of assurance there from Pineapple Love. I must have missed that at the beginning because I'm pretty sure I saw that, but then, forgot. Who else has jumped in here? We've got, let's jump through all those comments. Got up to property review for sure. We've got Magic Carpet Ride in the house. Morning, family. Good to see Magic Carpet Ride. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Barista there, and there's a little cup, coffee cup. We're going to talk about that soon again. Magic Carpet Ride says Barista has 40% of the USDL in the liquid loan stability pool. Thank you. We have the best community. That's pretty impressive. We're going to talk about that for sure. Dave's in the house there. What's going on, family? Good to see you, Dave. welcome to the chat. And Ivor as well. Morning, Pulse from, what is that? A little face, happy face. Good to see you, Ivor. Who else is here? Who else is here? We got Pulse Bezos. Good evening, brothers and sisters. Good to see you, Pulse Bezos. Definitely smash the likes on the way in. Astri as well. Woohoo! Howdy all. Good to see Astri. Pleasure. And I think they're up there. Godfather 6 is in the house too. Lots of love, stars, and hearts. So, and a bit of peace there too. Mixed bag of goodness. All right. Let's jump back to the price charts here. So here we are. We've moved from Richard Hart tokens into the top PRC 20s. On Pulsechain, obviously price discovery. Remember that Pulsechain forked full system state fork of Ethereum on the 10th of May at 10:36 UTC time, and of course we're seeing a lot of price discovery in a lot of those copies. You might want to call them classics or something like that, whatever. And of course we've got new tokens being launched on Pulsechain since that time, and of course there's tons of those contracts. As everyone knows, every cat and dog can issue a token on Pulsechain with some of the enablers that do that, like Trust Finance and a few others there. Go Pulse. You can make your own contracts. But you do have to provide some liquidity, and of course bots will only do so much for you you launch it, right? So we got at the moment DAI's coming off the top there. DAI was actually doing pretty well yesterday. DAI came off the top there. Was actually making some nice little moves. Got up to 1500, came back down to 1300. Then it got sold off, right? So someone came in and sold it off there, and got all the way down to 1000. Hit that again, and it's back tapped up at 1100 again at the moment. So that is DAI Trooper. Let's have a look at that's the chart so far. So two little green days. I had a little bit not bad out there as well. Got to 1500, but down is about to close just at around about 1100 at the moment. We've got about 3 minutes left on this candle, so we'll see whether it can start to try and move up here. It's the all-time high. It needs to get back to about 3000, and then bust up past that if it's going to try and hit that holy grail of 1 cent, right? 1 cent. Then was it 10 cents? And then is it what, $1? I don't know. We'll see how we go. It's got to inch its way up there if it's going to do anything glorious, right? So we'll see how the DAI or DAI is going as we're following. It's a bit of fun in any case. And of course, Teddy Bear there is down. So a lot of the ones that people are speculating a lot, Teddy Bear, that's down 22%. Wrap Bitcoin is also down. That's actually down quite a bit there and broke down through our support lines too. So that is down. So we'll just get rid of that. We've still got the support line here at $88, but that's definitely down. It got a high of $116 and is now at 97. And the highest it got yesterday was $124. So that's pretty much it. Never got up to about the 133. This sort of mark here was probably the top of the move there. I did think that maybe 150 was showing better signs, but no such luck there at the moment. So we're at $99.79 at the moment as we speak for Wrap Bitcoin. Remember, it's not really backed by Bitcoin. It's being price discovered, that shared narrative that Richard Hart often talks about. That is the play at the moment. So those are some of the big ones by liquidity. Let's have a look by percentage. We can see that LUSD liquidity. So we're talking about liquid lines, right? Liquid lines is a fork of liquidity. While the copy on Pulsechain is for liquidity. Their stablecoin is LUSD, right? That's the copy. And of course, that's up 12% at the moment. There's 15K liquidity in there. And it's currently got 704221. So it's not $1. It's got 704221 on it, but that is actually up 12%. How funny. That's kind of leads in well to our liquid loans and Barista updates, which is funny. We got Link there is up 6.5%. That's not too bad as well. That's really the only really standout performances. Compound, these all got pretty small liquidity pools. Apart from Link, Compound is up 2% there. And that's pretty much it on the leaderboard there. Let's go to the middle-sized meme coins. We're waiting for 9-inch DEX to launch, of course, $16 million sacrifice project for that. That's going to be probably the biggest uplift for meme coins. And at the moment, we don't really have any of these really moving. So it's probably a good time to accumulate these while the prices are down, especially for Poor Pleb, Where the ETH Go, and Pulse Dodge, because 9-inch is not yet launched. And maybe they're waiting for the Fetch Oracle. We will see. And the only one that really moving is a Trayvon's token, More token. That is up 17%. Liquidity is only 10K though. Just remember that's a real retail play. And of course, we had a little bit of a pump there in volume. Look at that. Push this up here to 16.5 cents. That is on Pulsechain, of course. So that's pretty much it. Let's go look at Poor Pleb. Let's go by liquidity. Have a quick look at Poor Pleb before we move on. Where'd the ETH go? Is that 41? Let's do that first. Where'd the ETH go? 41 cents. That is what it's looking like at the moment. So it's kind of chilling down there. near the bottom of the range. And Paul Pleb, 35k liquidity. That is come back a little bit there. What a zone I sort of thought would be quite nice is 3,500 or lower. At the moment, it's at 39,000. So 3,500 or lower, not too far from that. And it's probably getting into a really nice pickup zone. I really do think these are going to fly. Obviously, not financial advice, but we're playing probability with the BBC token incentive single-side staking pools, which have been signaled by Hexy Bastard there from the 9-inch team. What's the other one there? Pulse Dodge down 6.7%. So look at that one. And of course, this got pumping big time here. Makes it hard to get a really, really low entry when they pump it this hard. Of course, it can just keep trailing back. If it trails back down to 3,000 or lower, a pretty good entry. I still think it's a okay entry at the moment. Obviously, if 9-inch comes out tomorrow, then it's fantastic. But it just depends on when that's coming out. Probably a bit more time to go for that. But if it gets down to around the 3,000, probably a pretty good entry. You can see it's sort of the top of this low range here. And really, I think it could do some spectacular things. Obviously, not financial advice, but we're playing probability, as I say. So those are the three there from the 9-inch. We're waiting for that to launch. So keep tabs on that. Finally, our final category is Pulsechain projects, which gets us up to our big updates. And we've got by liquidity here, Halgo up 6% by liquidity. So that's really the best performer. Pulse Kitten's up 57%. That's pretty good in this climate at the moment. Yeah, those are kind of the highlights there. Pulse Kitten is crushing the returns there. Let's jump over here. I don't know if there's any news on Pulse Kitten. I didn't actually look up. So it's on my project list, I think, but I didn't end up getting an update for that. But in any case, we're up 56%, which is pretty nice on 24 hours. So those are really the standout there. Halgo and Prate from Pulse Rate there managed to pick up 2.7%, a little bit of an increase there. But everything else is pretty much down. So that's pretty much it. So let's get to the project updates. Let's go, as we say. Liquid loans. Woohoo! The biggest sacrifice project, $51 million approximately sacrifice for this. So the biggest one outside Pulsechain and PulseX is coming to launch. And of course, who likes finance? Finance, leverage, lending, all that good stuff. And of course, 0% interest free. So beautiful protocol here. Another alternative and different offering compared to, say, some of the PH universe offerings, like Fiat, the fork of Aave, PHUX, the fork of Balancer, these sort of, and particularly famous, the fork of GMX, particularly that Fiat and famous offerings there and other offerings that are out there. So this is really, really cool. You put your own collateral in there, and you can issue your own USDL stablecoin. So this is going to bring our second stablecoin to market. Very, very important. And of course, also a form of generating our own financial wealth inside the system. So we're not reliant on USDC, USD Tether. We can't be gatekept, can't be banned, all that sort of stuff. This is creating wealth as well. So it's bullish all around. Obviously, leveraging and stablecoin, and of course that's huge combination. So really exciting for that. And of course, getting Pulse off the market, collateralizing Pulse, a big deal. So really, really cool. Let's get into the news about that because this is about to launch pretty shortly. So let's listen to Crypto Crazy from Liquid Loans, the CEO.
Liquid Loans, I have some really exciting news for you. We have decided as a team that we will be launching in October. So if you've not had an opportunity of playing around with the dApp, I'd suggest strongly that you go to the testnet environment, play with the dApp, do the things that you'd like to be doing on the dApp to be ready for when we launch. Now, a couple of things to bear in mind. The dApp does have a lot of explanatory videos. There's also some walkthrough content to help you figure out how you're going to use the dApp. But all of the types of transactions that you need to practice, now's the time to do it. So go to testnet, play around with the dApp, because guys, we are launching in October. We also have something that's really exciting as well within that we built for the dApp, which is a product tour. So it basically walks you through all of the different aspects. There's up to 27 different steps available to you. Go through that, become familiar with it, because guys, we are launching in October. So here's your last opportunity of playing with the dApp, making sure that you're comfortable with it. If you have any further questions on that, I'd highly recommend that you go to the Telegram group. If you're not a member of the group, make sure that you join. There's a lot of admins there that can actually help you through any questions that you may have. But guys, exciting. We're exactly where we need to be. We'll be launching in October. So all the best, guys.
So that's awesome news, as you guys can tell. So we've locked in the third biggest Sacrifice project, and of course, one of the most important DeFi projects on Pulsechain is confirmed launch for October. And of course, I think the timing couldn't be better. Really, really is awesome. So that is great. And of course, you can see the website. Obviously, we've done walkthroughs through this before, but I do strongly encourage you to play around with the testnet, especially if you're going to look to use the protocol. So definitely looking good there. This is the liquid lines. This is the base one, of course, but we're also going to be talking about Barista, which is another front end for this protocol. As you know, Liquidity on Ethereum has multiple front ends, and they all offer something slightly different. But of course, we're going to have liquid loans launching, and of course, we're going to have Barista there as well, which is pretty cool. So that is the link there. And of course, you can see some of the basic features. You can use the tour. The tour is up the top right here. We'll step you through it. Very easy done. Like, it's really, really good. Just click on that, and it's going to pull up, a lot of these different little explanations. And there's 27 of them, and it will run through the whole platform. So I do encourage you to use that button up there. Just click the tour there. But in any case, there is the Start Here button. It's got lots of how-to videos, which is pretty cool. How it works, borrow USDL, stability pool, staking pool, redemptions, liquidation. So remember that category, because we've also got that on the Barista front end as well. Now, you can borrow USDL on this platform here, right? So you can see I've already got that in vaults at the moment on here. You've got stability pool as well. So stability pool here as well is ticking away, where you can put in USDL and benefit from liquidation gains and loan rewards. So that's pretty cool. We also got the staking protocol where you can put your loan tokens in, and of course you get redemption fees and issuance gain there as well. Those are your forms of rewards here. So two forms of passive income on the platform: the stability pool and staking pool. Of course, you can borrow. Just put Pulse in there. You don't have to go into stability pool or staking pool, and you can go away and buy more of Pulse and things like that. Right? You can go and just keep reinvesting as well. So that's one thing you can do. Obviously, you got to keep tabs on your individual collateral ratio, particularly in response to the TCR ratio, the overall ratio there, which you can see is 245% on the testnet here. That's one important thing there. There's obviously going to be LP rewards as well for people providing liquidity for the first 42 days. They have 150 billion loan tokens there. I think that's right. Over 42 days. 42 days. That's going to be very in big demand in the liquidity pool to get those. And having a time limit is probably important there too. You can provide liquidity or PLP for that and get those rewards. That's going to be very popular, and I think very much needed to kick off to get those liquidity pools nice and big. And of course, all the pairings up with the stable coins and loan tokens and things like that. That's going to be particularly for the USDL Pulse pool, which is pretty cool. So it's going to be really exciting. We've got Coast out there at the moment. We're going to talk about that today because that's reached a new milestone. But we've also got USDL coming, and that's bullish for liquid lines. And of course, following after that, we've got Power City Earn protocol with the PXDC stablecoin too. So 3 powerful stablecoins, 2 of them, of course, that can generate funds within the system based on collateralizing Pulse and PulseX, which is going to be glorious and just going to make Pulsechain so much stronger. Really is a big deal. I cannot understate that. So redemptions at the moment looking really good. So redemptions here, you can redeem your Pulse here as well. There's liquidations, of course. List of the liquidations and their collateral ratio at the moment. I think if TCR gets down to 110, these can be liquidated. I think it's 110 or 150. I think it's 110 though, and liquidate those too. Magic Cap rides in the chat. They can correct me if I'm wrong there. But they got analytics as well with the TVL lock, so the total value lock there. And we keep looking at that metrics, right? We see so far the biggest TVL protocol on Pulsechain outside of PulseX is PHUX, the fork of balancer, and that's been sitting around about $30 million. And of course, this is in bearish market conditions for Pulsechain, and of course, 2 months after the SEC event as well. So we're doing, it's doing pretty well. Total number of vaults, of course, these are when people collateralize their Pulse and open up, get USDL. It shows the climbing and the number of vaults that people open, and the total value of USDL that's actually staked, and the total value of loan taken staked there too. Some nice little analytics. It's got a knowledge base, of course, which opens you up to the docs page, and you can learn all the details about that. So definitely check that out to go through every part of the system there with videos, which is, well, having really good education as well is really kind of cool. And then there's add tokens. You can go and add the loan token USDL. Obviously, this is just testnet. These are not live yet on the Pulsechain, but you can do that too. Now, the other big thing, of course, is that people will be getting excited if you sacrifice for the loan token. We're getting closer for you to get your airdrop. So if you're one of those people that contributed, part of that $51 million, you're going to get your sacrifice for the loan token. But of course, we know that only about 25% of that is coming out straight away, right? So let's bring up that while we're here. Let's bring that up. This is the page, of course, where you would have had your sacrifice. And of course, you can see all the list of sacrifices here. And of course, that's pretty important, right? So you can see some of the top whales. We had the Magic Carpet Ride team, which dominated this, of course. They're also the one launching Barista, which is kind of poetic there. And of course, we got the Hex Godwell sitting at number 2 there with was it almost $6 million. So yeah, Magic Carpet Ride absolutely blitzed that. 9,183,000. I think that's because they were when they did Pulsechain, they were ranked down. Was it number 18 or something like that? You guys can correct me, but somewhere in that ballpark on Pulsechain. But they number 1 on the old liquid lines, which is pretty cool. Yeah, you can see some of that. So really bullish deal here. You can see the sacrifice points that they're getting, and of course the Hex Goldwell there, 314 billion points are they getting in loan tokens. But here's the kicker with the Hex Goldwell, not getting them for another 2 years, right? Because they did all the big multiplier bonus from memory, and so yeah, that is coming up there. Let's have a look at the summary on that. So yeah, ranked number 2. They got the top multiplier, so getting that big multiplier there at the back end. So yeah, very, very nice on that one. So yeah, longer pays better bonus. Look at that. So that is it there, 188, which is pretty neat. Now I'm pretty sure Magic Carpet Ride would be a mixed bag because they would have had different people doing different periods. I think they were doing every 6 months. They had different six months they did on theirs. So they got their points coming out. Yeah, you can see the longer pays better bonus there, so a lot smaller because I think they were doing 6 month intervals rather than monthly. You could do monthly. Every month you got a 6% bonus. The last month, of course, you got a 12% bonus on the 24th month. So yeah, pretty interesting. All right, so that's kind of you can see the ballpark of the type of points there as well. That's some of the bigger whales as well. Now remember, this one here is going to be redistributed to all the people. I think they had 1,100 people or something like that. Yeah, so that's kind of the play there. But this is going to Hex Goldwell. Now imagine the Hex Goldwell coming on and using liquid loans, not only with their loan tokens, but also with their pulse. That they're one of the biggest sacrifices, number 2 or something. So yeah, it's going to be incredible. And if you see the Hex Goldwell really start to play with these top tier protocols, obviously they're going to probably see that they actually work, so they can take their tokens on and off. But apart from that, that's probably if you're up there Hex Goldwell, you're watching this, remember to test the protocol yourself. And of course, that is the place there. So not bad. So gives you some ideas of some of the 2 top ones. Then of course we start getting into smaller holders of tokens after that. But pretty cool. All right, that's the sacrifice.io. So that is coming up there. So we've talked about the protocol. It's launching in October. We've gone quickly through the features. I do encourage you to play around with it. And did I post the link to this in the chat? I don't know if I did. Let me just jump back to this. Yeah, I have testnet there. So that is the link there. Definitely encourage you to play around, learn it, watch all the educational stuff. It really is pretty cool. Now, on top of this, of course, there are strategies that you can do. And of course, when we get Power City, they're going to have different protocols that they've been launching. They're going to help you to automate those strategies. So it's definitely something you can think about there as well. We're talking about the Haunted strategy, the Hod Pool strategy, things like that. There's a whole ton of them, and I did actually bring that website up one time that you can go check out. It's got all the strategies listed on it with all the charts and how they work and everything. Maybe we'll do that again when we get closer to the actual launch. So that's pretty cool on that one. What else are we going to talk about? So far, of course, Pulsechain Liquid Loans has launched Pulsechain Safe. They have launched this. This is live. This is multi-sig wallet. So if you need a solution around multi-sig, they've made that public. So that's pulsechainssafe.com. Pulsechainssafe.com is multi-sig. You can set that up. I've done a demo on that when it launched. And you can check out, I think the video is on this channel. You can check it out. Go back, have a look at that. So you can have multiple wallets, confirm the signatures for a wallet, and you can, run a project or an account, with 2 signatures or whatever, so or more. It's pretty cool. The next thing, of course, is that if we've got liquid loans launching in October, we need the Fetch Oracle, right? We need the Fetch Oracle, and not only liquid loans need it, we know that Power City Earn protocol needs it. Obviously, indirectly, Barista will need it. What else? We're going to need, we're going to need PulsePot will need it. There's going to be a lot of protocols that are going to need a decentralized Oracle, and of course we don't have one yet on Pulsechain, right? So this is huge. Now, technically, is this launched already? Is it being tested, or is it going to launch officially? And then if it does, it would probably take about, I would say, 2 weeks after that before we got Liquid Loans launching. So maybe we get Fetch Oracle launching next week. I don't know, something like that. And then maybe 2 weeks after that. So maybe when we say October, maybe we're talking about the second half of October. So I know some people are saying, well, maybe in a couple of days away. Well, we still need the Fetch Oracle out, and we still need to see it running. And it has been on testnet, of course, and it seems to be all done. The audits are done and everything else. Yeah, we kind of needed the Fetch Oracle to run. And of course, there will be Fetch Oracle reporters, right? You can earn the Fetch token. There's going to be a Fetch token, and you can become a reporter. And it's not just price data; it's also non-price data. So yeah, it's going to be fun to see this. This is a big deal. This is probably the biggest piece of infrastructure going to be launching on Pulsechain that we've seen for a while. So it's going to be very important, fundamental, and it's going to also be able to be used for other teams coming in to launch on Pulsechain too, to have Fetch Oracle. So it's going to be a big deal. So yeah, that is kind of the play there. Fetch Oracle. There's no news on that yet at the moment on Fetch Oracle on the official tweet account yet, but definitely that is coming up. Then you can sort of see from this diagram, all the users on one side, incentive tips here as well, all the reporters there for the network, for the decentralized chain there, and of course real world data and events. In other words, price and non-price data feeding into the Oracle, and of course people getting paid in the Fetch token there. For providing the service as reporters. So that's kind of the basic idea. So yeah, waiting for that to happen, a big deal. So we talked about Pulsechain Safe is out, the multi-sig, waiting for the Fetch Oracle to launch first. Then we're going to, obviously get the liquid loans live on Pulsechain. Obviously, we'll get the loan token and USDL stable coin, so big deal there. But also we're going to have front ends like Barista, right? So Barista is going to be launching. We've talked about this a couple of times in the last week. And of course, Barista here has got a front end for liquid loans, and boy, does it look good, right? Does it look good? I think it looks real snazzy. And you can see the liquid loans one here, and of course, you can see the Barista one here. So it looks pretty snazzy. I like it a lot, and it's just started raining really hard where I am, which is pretty funny. But we got the loan token. We've got some of the same metrics up here. We've also got the bean token up to the top right there, and you can play around with that. But here's the kicker for you. Here's the kicker. We have talked about this, I think, yesterday or the day before. But you've got a lot of the same things here: probe, USDL, stability pool, stake pool, redemptions, liquidations, and a knowledge base. Of course, you can check all that out. But of course, if you are staking at the moment, here's a little tidbit for you. This is the real gold source, as we say, and that is, look at the comment here. Barista put out, you may want to collect Bean on testnet, so not mainnet. You don't have to wait for mainnet, but you might want to collect Bean token on testnet. So in other words, play around. Get yourself, up to speed on the testnet here, because you may want to play around with it. So we're going to talk about that. So let me just copy that into the link there and paste that. Bam. There's the Barista front end for liquid loans. Definitely look at that. So the Bean token, of course, you may want to play around with the testnet. That is it there. And yeah, look at this. Woohoo! So I've been playing around with it, of course. You guys know I did it live on stream. And what have I done? So I put in, the other day, I put in 223 million pulse or something. I had total debt of 223 million USDL. My individual collateral ratio is pretty aggressive. It's 150%. It can be. I would never do this in real world, but on the testnet, it's something okay. But maybe the total TCR is 245%. That's probably a more reasonable level. You certainly don't want to do 10%, right? Because 110% is recovery mode, and of course the bar is currently green, meaning it's okay. But if it was red, you'd be a bit of trouble if you're sitting around 150%. You could get yourself in trouble there because you could get liquidated, right? Under 150%. The orange is 150 to 110% recovery mode. And of course, yellow is 200 to 150% normal. Green is above 200%. So fortunately, at the moment, the TCR on the whole platform, these are all the lenders. In other words, they've aggressively taken out a lot of loan token, a lot of USDL versus their pulse they put in, and it's at 245. Now, generally, people would suggest for most retail players, if you're going to use this, probably do 1,000%. That's like a 10% loan, so 10% against what your asset collateral is. But of course, this is much more aggressive than that. You can see on the testnet it's 150% at the moment, so it's a pretty big deal. Now, I do have an amount of USDL in here I could redeem and get my collateral ratio down, but we're not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So if I repaid something like that, repaid all that, it's going to move my collateral ratio from 150 to 200%, which is a lot better. That's a lot better there at 200%. So as you see, 200% here is yellow. So that would be yellow for me individually. So, but I'm not going to be doing that. Let's go to the stability pool. Stability pool, of course, I get USDL. I can stake even more of that and boost up my position. As you can see, my position at the moment is, let me just delete that again. My position at the moment is I have 4.8% of the Barista pool share at the moment, and I have my existing stake is 126 million USDL, and that is 4.82% of the Barista pool at the moment. Now, what am I earning at the moment? I'm earning liquidation gains. I'm earning loan rewards on the stability pool, and of course I can claim those. I've also got a staking pool. I've got loan tokens staked in the staking pool. So this is, remember that there's dual tokens, right? USDL, a stablecoin, and loan token. And I've got 57 million loan tokens in there at the moment. And that's giving me 0.03% of the pool share, which is a little bit sad because I'd like to have a lot more. But in any case, so far I've earned 9.37 bean. Now I only just put this in just before the live stream, so I've got a little bit more bean. But as the teaser is there, you may want to collect bean on the testnet. So that's all I'm saying is that maybe you want to play around with it because you're going to get some bean rewards in there at the moment. Now, if you don't know any of the details of using testnet v4, if you join the Hex Token Discord, the link's in the video description. I'm sure one of the moderators will post it. You will be able to get access to the testnet v4 details. So join the Discord. It links in the video description, and of course go to useful links. Scroll up until you get to Pulsechain testnet v4, and you can have all the network details there to add to your MetaMask or whatever other wallet you're using, and you can start connecting to Liquid Loans front end, the Barista front end, as I posted in there, and start playing around. Yeah, pretty cool there at the moment. So loan token, I've got quite a few of those. So I could push that in there as well and boost my amount, but I'm not going to do that either. And of course, that is kind of neat there at the moment. So that's what I'm after there. I want to get these bean tokens, right? Because the Barista team says you may want to collect the bean on testnet. In other words, go and use the testnet, understand it, and start earning that bean numbers there. So pretty cool. Even Sandy Beach in there. Look, going over Barista testnet launch. Nice one there, Sandy Beach. Very cool. So lots of cool stuff happening there with Barista. Thank you to the community members already testing Barista already. The actions you do on the blockchain may be rewarded in the future. So there we are. There's another call out there, and you guys are watching at the moment, so you guys can actually get credit. You know, a lot of people are not even watching, so maybe they don't even hear about this. Maybe they don't see these tweets from Barista. So you guys can go and try and get some of this bean on the testnet, and maybe you will get some, I don't know, whatever they're going to give. I don't know. You can decide. But yeah, pretty cool. They may be rewarded in the future. So your guess is as good as mine. Sometimes the obvious guess is the right one. So, you know, there we are. 21 hours ago, that was from them. And congratulations. So I do encourage you to play around on there and start mining that bean token. That's all I'm going to say. First few hours on testnet, Barista has 10% of stability pool. Why not bring your fake USDL over and give it a try, which is pretty cool. Legendary. Yeah, kind of cool. What else we got going on here? Strength and stability incoming. Barista now has 31%. There's 11 hours ago. 32% of USDL inside the liquid loan stability pool. That's $3 billion in fake internet money in the first 12 hours, acting as a backstop, I should say. Bam. So kind of cool. Pulsechain is real DeFi. So that is some of the cool stuff there at the moment. And of course, I'll post a link to Barista if you want to give them a follow as well. And you can get access to all those links there too. So definitely join up there. Looking good. Barista is crushing it. Big shout out to Magic Carpet Ride as well, who are the ones building this stuff out, which is pretty neat. All right, so that is Barista. Bam, mine that bean because it looks like the testnet could be good for you. And there we are, mining some bean there. Let's go do some stuff. Let's stop talking. I've got heaps of pulse in here. Let's take 75% of it. I'll keep some in reserve, and let's go and borrow. We've got a very high collateral ratio, but because it's testnet, I don't really care too much as long as we don't get to 110%, I'm fine. Let's confirm this. Maybe someone will try and liquidate the positions. That'd be pretty not the best, but we'll see. We've got this playing at the moment. Confirm, and waiting for that to confirm. So I'm putting the PLS in, so it's collateralizing. I'm getting out USDL stablecoin. That's what I'm doing here by borrowing USDL. So that is the play at the moment. Just one moment, caller. We're on testnet v4 here, by the way. Testing this out, and this is just testnet. Kind of cool, and waiting for that to update. So nice. Let's let that. There we are. So we've got all the USDL has gone into the wallet now. So I had 50 million. Now I've got 558 million USDL, which is not bad. Let's go to stability pool, and let us. So obviously you got to watch out your your collateralization there. Still sitting at around 150%. So pretty maxed out there. Let's go to stability pool though. We've got our USDL, and we can, obviously we could go off to Pulsechain or something, or some other platform and buy more Pulse. But in this case, we're just going to try and make money on the platform. So we're going to go to stability pool, and we're going to go 100%, right? So you have no allowance. I've got to collect the approval to spend. That's what that really means. You have no allowance. You got to approve them to take out the USDL out of your wallet, basically. So I'm going to click that. I got 4.8% of the pool already, or I will have 4.8%. So let's click approve. I'm going to approve the token. So I got existing stake is 126 million USDL. New stake is going to be 558 million USDL. Now my total stake is going to be 685 million USDL, which is indicating they'll have a Sierra Barista pool share of 4.82%, which is pretty good, right? It's kind of whale status stuff, really, isn't it? So pretty cool. Liquidation gains. That means I'm going to make a lot of liquidation rewards and loan rewards, right? In particular, those loan rewards will be very, very good. And that's kind of neat there. So we've got a question mark there. Although loan rewards accrue every minute, the value of the UI only updates when the user transacts with the stability pool. So remember that. It's a little trick there. Therefore, you may receive more rewards than is displayed when you claim or adjust your deposit, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to claim anyway. Let's claim while we're here. Might as well claim. The more we've got, the better, right? Let me just get out of there. I was trying to adjust the feed all the time. Right, so that is it. We're just processing that confirmation to claim these rewards that we've got so far. And tomorrow, we'll probably come in and look at this tomorrow. We'll probably have heaps more, right? Heaps more in here. So that'll be cool. Now, if you didn't see on Twitter X, I did post around Famous, the fork of GMX. After 10 days, the results, pretty encouraging. And particularly the Famous liquidity pools, the rewards looking very good for that. Anyway, so that is pretty cool. What have we done there? Have we finished that? I don't know if we've done it there. We've got the USD. So go at 100 there, and I think you're depositing 558 million. Yeah, I think so. I thought I had done this, but maybe I just done the approval. Let me just confirm that. I don't know if I actually put that in there. So let's confirm that. Bam. I must have just done the approval and forgot about the confirm button. So let's do that. There we go. One moment, caller. This is on testnet v4, not on Pulsechain mainnet, of course. There we go. And is that going to update? I guess it will. Let's give it a moment. There we go. Wow. So there we are. We're staked. We got 17.81% of the pool, which is pretty good. So we're pretty much a whale on this testnet here. From the looks of that, let's go to the staking pool. We've got 6.9 million loan tokens. We've currently got 57 million existing stakes. So let's go stake all that. The amount you're trying to exceed your allowance. In other words, we've got to go improve the loan token spend. We'll go and do that. We actually haven't got that much of the loan token pool. So we might be a big whale in the USDL. We're not a big whale in the loan token. So maybe we should have gone and bought a ton of loan token off the Pulsechain testnet there. So you can go do that, right, if it's there. So kind of cool. I might do that maybe later today or tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, that is confirmed. So we'll confirm the approved to spend. Now we're just going to wait for the button to pop up here to do that. So just one moment. Waiting for that to update. We're going to 100% and confirm. So I actually have to hit the 100% button again. And let's confirm that. So now we're actually putting the stake in. Another 6.9 million loan tokens to add to us 57 million. We'll have 64 million and a slight increase in our share pool of the loan token. But like I said, if you want to get a lot of loan token, earn a lot of bean, maybe go buy it on the Pulsechain V4. Pretty sure it's still running. Yep. All right, let's. I haven't played around with it for a long time, so we'll get there. All right. All right, that is kind of cool. So we're sitting in there pretty nicely now with the nice stakes in there. Let's wait for that to refresh. Wait for that to refresh. Pretty sure that's done. Yeah, 64 million. Nice there. And when we do that, of course, when we add, it looks like it auto gives us our rewards out here. So that should be cool too. Not sure if I might refresh the website page there. Yeah, there we are. We got I've refreshed the URL and we got 10.187 bean in the top there now. Isn't that cool? That was really neat. So there we are. That is pretty much it. And let me just, I haven't actually got that open, so I'll leave that. That is pretty cool. So great news, folks. Liquid Loans is launching in October. Big deal. And you can play around with Liquid Loans testnet. You can play around with a Barista testnet there as well. Obviously, you get some bean. That's what you're trying to get, some bean. A good way to do it. Stake and get some bean. And looking good. So that is the big update there. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Stay tuned for that. This is all on testnet. None of these have launched yet, so there's no loan token, no USDL, no bean live as far as I know on the on mainnet. So yeah, just remember that. All right, let's jump back up here and have a look at the comments and see what else has jumped in here. Where did I get up to? Got up to all those comments. Let me see here. Christian says Barista MCR 369 is on fire. Yep, that's the testnet there. Went Oracle then. I would suggest in the beginning of October, Brennan. So that's a big launch by itself. The Oracle Reporter, Oracle Fetch Oracle is a big launch just by itself. Magic Upright says Oracle is running on testnet and will be live on mainnet before Liquid Loan launches in October. Yeah, and I suggest to you that it'll probably be at least a week or two before Liquid Loans and the rest of these protocols launch after that. So yeah. What's the minimum dollar loan amount? On Liquid Loans, it is 2,000, which would be 20,000, I think. What else there? We've got Power City Earn Protocol is going to be $500, so it's going to be much lower on Power Cities, but it's using Pulse, it's not Pulse. What else there? Magic Upper said we started late. I think you're talking about the sacrifice. Yeah. What else there? Magic Upright had 0, 6, 12, 18, 24 months. So yeah, every 6 months on sacrifice. That's right. Hey, I remember that. I remembered that, Magic Upright. That's crazy. I'm still going strong with the sober September, but if Liquid Loan launches next month, I'll be breaking my fast, says Bobby. That's funny, man. That's funny. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, it's good to see Bobby in the house. We got Matt in the house as well. Morning, all live from the beach, pit stop, and net access. Hope you're all well. You too, Matt. Good to see you. And that sounds like a pretty good cosy you got set up there at the moment. Matt says, how do you do it? Superman, a day in, a day out, up and down, rain or sun? Yeah, well, we had the rain during the live stream. It was crazy. We had sun. It was sun before it started, and then it rained. So some crazy weather at the moment. But hey, look, we're all on the same journey. I'm enjoying it. You guys are enjoying it. I do love Pulsechain, and I think you guys have got that by now. So no surprises there. Pulsechain says, so Barista stakes USDL and loan tokens exactly as Liquid Loans will do. They'll have a better rates. They'll have a balancer, the balancer position here, and you get the bean token as well. So I think those are the two super advantages. Magic Carpet can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that is right. Let's jump through some of that. Brennan's in the house there. All this bullish news will bring volume and new capital into the Pulsechain. Absolutely, Brennan. I agree with that. We'll jump past Wookie because I have no idea what he's talking about there. What else there? Let me jump through that. Rockstar, you stop talking about Zen? No, I don't. I do specialized videos about Zen on Superman Crypto, so I do separate videos. This is more about Pulsechain, but I do cover Zen now and then if it's launching on Pulsechain. So, for example, a DBZN crypto and a DXN crypto and a DBZN NFTs launching on the 23rd of October. So you hear me talking about that on Pulsechain when it comes up. This Zen ecosystem is going to be important. Use cases, use steps on Pulsechain. So no, I talk about that when necessary. But there's no news about that at the moment, Rockstar. The last one I talked about was Zen Game, and of course we'll be talking about that again probably in a week's time when they relaunch. Charity and House there. Hello everybody. Planning on doing some bean tomorrow. Nice one, Charity. Well done. All right, we're going to do some more tomorrow too. I think we might do some more tomorrow. Let's get some bean. So kind of cool. That is it. Let's jump through past all that. We got moving on to the next one. That is great news, I think. So kind of cool. We'll just let that keep minting us out some good stuff, and I might go and buy some loan token on Pulsechain V4, Pulsechain V4 testing. I'll try and do that. All right, that is pretty much it. Now, the other cool news we've had is Coast. Coast is obviously the main was the fiat on ramp and off ramp. So fiat, traditional money like US dollars. Fiat on-ramp to Pulsechain. It is direct, so there's no intermediary steps like going through other chains or using other third-party sites. It's just direct from your bank account, via the intermediary to Pulsechain. So it's pretty cool. And you issue yourself some stablecoin CST, which has been very good, very well pegged. In fact, we can see how well pegged it is. So let's have a look at that. And we can see if we go to stablecoins. We can see that stablecoin for pegged on PulseX is doing pretty well. So look at that, $1. Very nice. Look at that, nice and stable now. Started off, discounting quite a bit. Sometimes a few times it was at a premium above $1, but that yellow line there you can see is $1, and it's been pretty much on that. So some nice. There's a bit of variability in there still, but pretty much it's pegging around $1, which is great news. There's 82,000 liquidity in the PulseX, but of course we know that most of it is now sitting in PHUX, the fork of Balancer, and you can find that on the Balancer fork here. We'll just have a quick look to see how much is in there as well. It's also paired with another stablecoin from Ethereum bridged in. Wait for that to render. So we can see, where is it here? Coast stablecoin, CST, it's at number 3, $2.8 million in there at the moment. And obviously, if you click on the pool, you can see the combination there. So CST, $876,000 in there or $877,000 of value, 876,000 Coast tokens in there. Plus, of course, you got the PulseX here in PulseX coins as well. But the good news is that on the analytics page on Coast, they have hit over the $1 million mark, which is fantastic. I think we covered it like the other day. They were sitting at about 850,000. Now they're at 1 million. It does seem to be accelerating. I know I haven't seen the different ratio, but it does seem to be gaining speed. And this is really cool. This is important for everybody else to spread the word. I don't know if Brian's in the house, but typically if you want to use Brian's referral code, the link is in the video description. He's one of our 2 community leaders, and he is sitting at number 2 on the referral link there. You get 5,000 weight tokens for onboarding fiat onto Pulsechain via DST stablecoin, and he gets 5,000 as well, which is pretty cool. Crypto Coffee is number 1, of course, so Brian is slowly etching up, trying to climb that ladder. We'll see how we get on. All right, so that is kind of cool. $1 million, big news. Of course, they're targeting $50 million. So let's, the community plays a huge role. This is a community utility. So spread the word there. Use the referral code, get 5,000 weight tokens for your efforts as well. It's a win-win. We love win-wins in crypto. Kind of cool. So there's app.okxcoast.com analytics. I'll post the link to that if you guys want to see it. Actually, just use the referral link and you can find the analytics page once you've signed up. How about that? That's pretty easy. So good news there. All right, we'll retweet that. That is pretty much from Coast. Let's jump over to the other big news, of course, which is Beetroot. Beetroot Privacy Hub. This is I think a very undervalued protocol on Pulsechain, and it is offering some highly valuable utilities for Pulsechain. Let's go to the Pulsechain project here. Let's look for Beetroot. It's down there somewhere. Where is it? Come on, Beetroot. I can see you there somewhere. Here we go. Beetroot. It's got 96,000 in liquidity in there at the moment. But this is the daily chart for Beetroot. You can see that's well off its highs and it's well down on its lows at the moment. But how long will that stay around for? It offers a number of utilities. and you can see them here. It's got Privacy Bridge and Anon Exchange. It's multi-chain, XSwap. It's got lots of cool things here. Nodes, fiat Onramp, peer-to-peer. So some of these are still things still launched. And of course, the Beach token is highly deflationary as well. And of course, they're coming up with this new product, SugarBeet Stake and Shake. SugarBeet Stake and Shake is coming out, and yeah, looking good there. Coming to Pulsechain and X1 chain on the Zen chain there. Now that's going to be probably a little while away, probably in the new year, is my guess, for the second chain. But Pulsechain is very soon indeed. So SugarBeet staking privacy protocol is being built from the scratch. No forks or clones. This is unique and groundbreaking. There is nothing like SugarBeet either on Pulsechain or X1 chain or anywhere else in crypto generally. So they're definitely scouting out about that. Pulsechain version will launch first and will incorporate mobile assets, including Pulse, Beat, Sweet, Hex, and PulseX and Incentive. But don't worry, we've got more. Let's go to the tweet today. Really cool news. And of course, this is on the 27th. We've got 2 more weeks. Pulsechain, SugarBeet, Stake and Bake. So how long will this price stay down? Question mark there, right? Question mark. And these are the Stake and Bake they're going to have. They're going to have Pulse. You're going to be able to earn sweet rewards. Beat, you're going to be earning sweet rewards. Sweet itself, you're going to earn sweet rewards. Sweet on sweet. You're going to have Hex, Pulse, X, and Incentive tokens. So all the rich Hart tokens, all going to earn sweet there. So you can put them on there. Pretty cool. And yeah, Expensive says that's staking for Beat tokens, right? Yep, Beat and more tokens. Beat gets the best rate. So if you're buying Beat on the market, or if you've got Beat, if you've managed to, you maybe sacrificed or whatever they did, you'll be able to get Beat on there, and you can you get all those rewards. There's more secret sauce coming as well, so they're holding back the real big secret there, but definitely Beat gets the best rate out of the stake and what do we call it? Stake. What do we call it again? Stake and shake. Stake and shake. So if you like some steak and shakes, that's definitely looking good from the team. So pretty cool there. Awesome news. SugarBeet. So really cool. And definitely I feel they're undervalued. I think Randy Alaski in a video a couple of weeks back said that Beetroot was undervalued, and I definitely agree with them on that. And this is another exciting product that are coming up. So 2 more weeks, question mark. We will see. But definitely getting closer, right? Definitely getting closer on there from the team. So not bad, believe. Yeah, SugarBeet coming up there. So kind of cool. That might be an opportunity, right? Maybe it's an opportunity, not financial advice, but nice and low price at the moment. That's coming out there. So I don't know. You could speculate on the price. You could go into the protocol and stake some Beat and maybe earn a nice high return. Who knows? We'll see what happens there. All right, so that's earning earning Bean and earning Beat, Bean and Beat. Those are the 2 big ways of potentially accumulating more crypto today. So there we are. There's some insights for you. All right, that's kind of cool. We get us into Hex Daily Stats. We're an hour and 30 minutes on the live, so we're definitely pushing it in terms of our top range. But Hex mining there, hex.com. Check it out. And you can buy Hex on Ethereum or Pulsechain. Burn it for T-shares, which is ownership pool, and start mining more Hex. That's the play. Let's check out the results for today. We like to get paid. And, of course, we've got day 1395, the 27th of September. The price is at just over 0.3 of a penny on the Ethereum chain. The price is down 6.2%. So there was a bit of a big move down today. We've got a payout per T-share, 6.65 Hex per T-share today. The share rate there up 5 to 29,529. So earlier pays better in Hex, getting those sweet T-shares. Average mine length, 7.07 years. The APY, 39% for existing T-share miners. And, of course, liquidity pool, we've jumped past that. T-shares are down 4,186 today. So the ownership pool, Hex is really, really easy to understand. There's a reward pool and then there's an ownership pool. The ownership pool has T-shares in it. And the ownership pool has actually gone down a little bit there at 4,186. So it's down to 9,796,000 T-shares in the ownership pool at the moment. Let's jump over to the lock percentage of coins. 9.33% of Hex is locked on the Ethereum side, Ethereum chain, and of course penalties 716,000. So not bad, but still modest penalties. We've got 65 million in that reward pool. So we talked about the T-share pool. Just under 9.8 million T-shares in that ownership pool, but the reward pool gets about 65 million Hex in a day, generally speaking, unless there's high penalties. So that is the play there. What's the change in holders? So down 4 liquid holders to 330,000. We're up 2 miners, down 2 miners, sorry. We're sitting at 120,029 miners at the moment on the Ethereum side. So that is on the Ethereum, but on Pulsechain, we've got the day 138 results, and that is the 27th of July. The price there at 0.8 of a penny on the dot there, and the price is down 0.5%. So doing a lot better than the Ethereum side at the moment. What else we got there? We've got the payout per share 6.676 hex per share, so not too bad. Yesterday was 6.595. We've got the 11 hex per share increase in the share rate, 29,524. The average mine length is shorter than on the Ethereum side, 6.95 years. The APY there, 38.68%. Let's have a look at the ownership pool. T-shares are down 1,800. We're sitting at 9,844,000 T-shares. So what's that, about 50,000 more T-shares on the Pulsechain side. Not surprising there, I guess, given how cheap Pulsechain is. Let's have a lock at the lock percentage of coins. 9.5% of X is locked on the Pulsechain side. Unlike Ethereum, we had 700,000 penalties. We've got 1.8 million on the Pulsechain side, so that's even more juicy. And of course, not the reward pool there, sitting in with 65.7 million, so slightly better there on the old Pulsechain payout. Liquid holders up 55 liquid holders on the Pulsechain side, and up 23 miners on Pulsechain. We're sitting at 124,204 miners there, which is about 4,000 more miners on the Pulsechain than Ethereum. So that's day 138. And let's move on. We're on day 39.96 on Hex on Ethereum, and we're on day 139 on Pulsechain. How about that? So that is the Hex.com results. Hope you guys enjoy your T-shares and getting paid that sweet Hex per day. It's kind of cool. All right, that's the highlights. Hope you guys enjoyed it today. Let's wrap up though. We're up to an hour and 70 minutes. I'm slightly over time, but let's say farewell to a lot of people in the chat, pretty much. And I'm going to go on my walk, right? Day 63, is it? I think that's so. I think it's day 63. Let's see who else is here. Never fear. Let me jump through that. We got Charity Dunning in the house there. Hello, everybody. Planning on doing some bean tomorrow. Nice one. That was, I think I did read that comment. Rockstar as well. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Good stream. You're welcome, Rockstar. Good. What's it? Check my pulse. Good evening, all. Good to see you. Check my pulse. LS is mining Zen blocks. I will be doing some of that today, actually, but I might do a video on that. We'll see. But I know there's quite a few people talking about that at the moment. So yeah, I have downloaded all the files. I haven't started mining yet though. I've got to import the supporting files. You know what I mean by that. Thank you, Hex Token Socials, Sandy Beach. You're most welcome. Yeah, here is the big difference here between the liquid lines and the Barista front end. Our stability pool auto is the key there. Auto rebalances liquidations. So there we are. But of course, there is also the bean token incentive as well. So very, very cool. And of course, you can check out their explainer video on the Magic Carpet Ride Barista website. Well said. Have a great walk. Superman says, Bob Wells, you're most welcome. We'll do. And hope you guys have a good day. All right. We've got CarPro in there in the house as well. Not sure what that means. Try XEL equals Zen. Yeah, not sure what that's about. But good one there, CarPro. Welcome to the chat. All right. Hope you guys enjoy your day. And don't forget, start getting that bean on the testnet there for Barista. And you can find all the details about Pulsechain testnet v4 in the Discord under useful links. And what else we're going to say? And of course, maybe Beat might do pretty well with the steak and shake coming up. Definitely a good opportunity. All right, let's play out some music on the way out. Hope you guys enjoyed your day. I will go on my walk if I can during the rain. Hopefully it's sunny. It's sort of rain, sunshine. So I think that's pretty much what's happening there. All right, take care. Peace out. Bye for now.
In my $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off. Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses. glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.